We're gonna get started on the last quest. There's no way in hell I'm doing it all tonight, but... Oh, okay. You see before you a man content. My studies are complete, and I am now composing my master treatise on the enhancement of arms through soul infusion. Once I have finished, I intend to return to my homeland. My journey of discovery, in other words, now draws to a close. I'll tell you though, the research I performed here was the most meaningful of my career. 'Twas your deeds that led me to these new heights, and you have my deepest gratitude. And I must not forget to thank Geralt. I have an exquisite liquor from my own private cellar. A small token of my appreciation. Might I ask you to deliver it? It'd be altogether too embarrassing to give it to him myself. Yeah, basically... Okay, honestly... Those are actually pretty dope. A present from Jalzahn now, is it? I will probably be making alternate glams, one with those, with the Zeta version of those, and one with the last step before them. You'd think the bugger'd thank me in the flesh, but I'll have his gift all the same. I'm still dreaming of last bottle's fiery kick. Just as well you're here, though. Meaning to have a word with you about your Zodiac weapon. See, I got curious as to the trials of the Braves, so I bargained a bit with Reyna and get myself a complete set from the She-Devil. Even laid me hands on the last tome in the series, the Book of Netherdark. What's written there surprised the living hells out of me. Seems the original Zodiac weapons each had a self-fault of their own, a sentience shaped by the bearer's very soul. The arms grew mightier and easier to wield of their own will, based on nothing but the character and needs of their heroes. Aren't just something as simple as having a piece of steel you've grown accustomed to. Those weapons were like an extension of the Braves' bodies. Aye, 'tis why they were the greatest arms of their own ages, and why they were lost. You can hardly pass a weapon down through the generations if no other bugger can wield it for shite, can ye? Geralt, this is hardly what I expect to hear upon coming to bid you farewell. Tell me, do you think this tale true? Aye, God's help me, I do. I even reckon there's a decent chance the recreated Zodiac weapon can do the very same thing. Mind you, any other arm and you'd be a fool to try. But Archon's weapon's got soul and light in it. I wager my next 6 pints of means it's got some form of sentience already. I'm of the mind that I ain't been fully awakened yet. Strange concept, but I suppose we've encountered stranger in our travails. Moreover, this notion of sentience could be the origin of how those arms came to achieve their legendary status. A weapon able to choose its wielder by its own will. Fascinating. Simply fascinating. I can imagine no truer ally. It ain't like to keep you company with its banter and Jalzahn. We're talking about forging an unbreakable bond between the souls of the wielder and the weapon. Well, Archon, you've come this far. Keen on seeing this through? Dear me, it would seem as though a postponement to my homewards journey is in order. We must set this venture forthwith. Glad of the help, Jalzahn, but starting out on that venture is easier said than done. For aught else, we've got to crack how to awaken the sleeping sentience in Archon's arm. Indeed. Mayhap we can awaken the soul into the arm via some substance alike in character. Creating a resonance betwixt souls can allow for the sentience transference of certain qualities, after all. Atma, for instance, has no sentience of its own to speak of. It is a crystallized soul of a human being. It can contain a particular sense, an aspect of consciousness, if you will. Alas, I fear Atma is too weak. However, some stronger variety of crystallized soul may be capable of bestowing its sense upon the slumbering sentience. Of course, for the weapon to profit by this, simply possessing the crystal will not be enough. The sense will not magically transfer itself. You'll have to find a way to make the soul without connect to the soul within. Wielding the weapon whilst the crystallized soul is near could be the answer. Wait. The first thing you said about wielding a weapon. That ain't half bad. And just so happens to have an idea on where we might get the kind of crystallized souls you're talking about. Archon, you'll need to pay Rowena a visit. Of course, it ain't her you want, but her introduction to a bloke called Remon. The man handles arcane goods, and comes round to Rowena's place every now and again. Not regular like though. Remon's one that only wheels and deals in the shadows. You were acquainted with a merchant of the black market? I knew your shady past would aid us at some point. There's no time to waste, Archon. Pray see about arranging this introduction. And once more we return to Mordenar. Rowena! Let me guess, you're here on account that you're altered some weapon or another. How close I'd come. Well, at least now I know why Geralt was hankering for those old tomes. Like a starved cat after a plump mouse he was. When that man starts working, they ain't not in this realm as can stop him. And changed a bit from when we were traveling around. Oh, but that's... what's it we were talking about again? Ah, that's right. You were hunting for Remon. I reckon he's the man you want, given what you're after. Of course, the problem ain't finding him. It's the getting him to help you part. See, a fair ways back, Remon lent Geralt a pretty lump of money. Time comes to repay it, and Geralt tries to run. Certain words are said, certain bottles thrown. Needless to say, Remon hates the blacksmith more than Morble Mile. I ended up repaying the sum Geralt owed, but Remon's kept that grudge smoldering inside him for nigh on 20 years. I understand why well enough, I suppose. Could have bought 10 manses in the Lavender Bells with what Geralt took. Conjure any man be hesitant to forgive and forget after that. Now that you know the particulars, I'll give you your introduction. But best to keep in mind that folk who work in the shadows are real sticklers for the code. Won't deal with a soul that's broken it, nor their friends. So run on back to Haresmill and tell Geralt that Remon's in his usual haunt. But I don't think the merchant will touch you with a 10-fold pole unless the dolt apologizes in full. And back to Haresmill. Geralt, you gotta apologize for your drunken shenanigans and stealing a bunch of money from a guy. Otherwise, he won't help us with the weapon. Please apologize. What's that about Remon? Just like that gill-pinching bastard did not deal with ye unless it grovel at his bloody feet. Think it'd be water under the bridge by now. It's been a whole full 20 years since. But it ain't the money, is it? It's the woman. Never you bleeding mind who. The point's that Remon just won't forgive me, no matter how long or loud I apologize. Consider what a gift may say more. That a gift may say more than words, can Geralt. Surely you know something dear to him. You heard all that, did ye? As it happens, I can't remember what Remon likes. Well, save for a bottle of liquor or 3. And the fiery liquor I gave to you is the answer, is it not? And don't talk nonsense. And every day I can drink such fine spirits. The liquor's mine, and mine's it's gonna say. Really. Fine. For the sake of the bloody Zodiac weapon, we'll part with me bottle of sunshine. Not regret this, Geralt. Though I am sorry to say that bottle represents the last of the spirits I brought from Razat Han. God damn it all. Please, Jelson, at least tell me you've not run out of the ingredients you need to brew a potion. I have not. All of my alchemical equipment is now buried at the bottom of my luggage. But pray tell, what would you have me do with them? Something I read in the Trials of the Braves. For now, let's just say we'll need a potion or the like if the awakening business goes to plan. Now, Archon, if Rowena said Ramon's in his usual haunt, then you'll need to make your way to Swiftperch. Once you find the cloak, you'll need to give him this bottle of sunshine and say it's from me. Get yourself some of what he's dealing, then hie off to battle. Sense will pass to your weapon through soul resonance, and the more blows you strike, the sooner its sentience will start to wake. No doubt the Zodiac class will aid you in taking measurements of the soul resonance. Once you have imbued your arm with enough senses, return to me, and I will do my utmost to see its potential realized. Swiftperch. Ramon. No. Ramon. Good evening. Archon, isn't it? So I thought. I've been expecting you. Oh, this must be Geralt's token of apology. What an exotic aroma. I'm afraid no bottle of liquor, be it ever so fine, can quell the hate I bear the man. However, I will accept this olive branch nonetheless. But surely you come as much to rouse something from slumber as to lay an old grudge to rest. No need to explain, not to a man with a web of 1,000 eyes and ears. You seek to awaken the sentience nestled in your Zodiac weapon, or am I wrong? So I thought. I must say, even I was surprised to hear that Geralt succeeded in recreating a Zodiac Brave's arm, and amazed to learn the weapon concealed yet another secret. Now, of all my wares, Mahatma should serve best to bring that secret to light. I have 12 types all told, each the shard of a soul with a distinct sense contained within. Cannot say if it will be what Geralt is expecting, but attaching to your weapon in careful order should do something. As one who has once sweated over the anvil, I'm intrigued to see what. The merchant in me, however, cannot give Mahatma away for free. My price is elegant tombstones of poetics. Rowena will never more be mine, but I would still aid her with these where I can. Ah, and you needn't worry about me. I may deal from the shadows, but I dislike shadowy dealings. When you are ready to purchase Mahatma, simply say the word. And produce the elegant tombstones, of course. Completing certain activities with the Mahatma affixed to your Zodiac weapon will generate soul resonance. As this increases, the soul within your arm will begin to wake. By using the Zodiac glass, it is possible to visually verify your progress with each variety of Mahatma. If you misplace your Zodiac glass, you may obtain a replacement by speaking with Drake at Hurstville. Once you have used all 12 varieties of Mahatma and increased the soul resonance to the point of awakening, return to Jelson. Paladins only need to affix Mahatma to Excalibur. Increasing the soul resonance of Excalibur to maximum will have the same effect on the Aegis shield. Ramon, That's not Remon. This is Remon. Come for my wares, haven't you? So I thought, so I thought. Well, produce my payment, and I will happily provide Hotma for whatever Zodiac weapon you wish. So we strike our accord. Here is your Mahatma the Ram, a crystal said to awaken a sense of assertion within souls. I have taken the liberty of fixing it to your arm. Now go further and wield it. For the Ram has been attached to your Zodiac weapon. Completing certain activities with it equipped will now increase soul resonance. As you increase the level of soul resonance, the sentence in your weapon will begin to awake by using the Zodiac glass. It is possible to verify your progress with each variety of Mahatma. Once you have achieved full soul resonance with all 12 varieties of Mahatma and your Zodiac weapon has sufficiently awakened, return to Jelzon. Okay. So, what comes up next is a rather sizable grind where you need to grind 40 points of light into each of those 12 with various dungeons and fates and stuff giving different amounts. As before, well, the difference here, well, it's not super duper tedious. The issue is that each step requires 50 tombstone to get the next Mahatma. So you're going to need a total of 600 tombstone, and right now I have not that many. So I'm going to have to get tombstones. The fastest way to do this as before is Aurum Vale, which gives 24 points a run. So every other run of Aurum Vale, you can upgrade. But there is a slight overlap in that Castrum Meridianum and the Praetorium, which are the only things in my... I think the only things in my entire log? No. Porta Decumana also. Yeah. These three. Oh, that's an option. So Circus and World of Darkness give enough to upgrade it every run. And they also give Tombstones of Poetics. And they also give the Tombstones for the Mughals. So what I'm going to be doing is spamming these two between now and the next time I play this, and we will have this weapon ready to upgrade by then. Honestly, 12 runs of Circus Tower World of Darkness doesn't seem that bad. And let me see... Right, tombstones. Systems of... Where are you guys in this? Okay, Circus and World of Tower give 6 apiece. So that would get me up to 72 of the 100 I need. The other option is to spam Praetorium, which would give me 14, but... Yeah. For these, you can't do them restricted. So... But I will do something... Oh, there. Shows you there. Yeah, so Praetorium is 14, but that's because of how incredibly long it takes. Yada, yada, yada.